This time we'll call the Dickson City Council for Monday, May the 4th, 2026 to order. Secretary, would call the roll, please.
Haynes.
Here.
Outlaw.
Here.
Chandler. Sanders.
Here.
Epley. Reynolds.
Here.
Levine.
Here.
Perkins.
Here.
This time I'd ask Councilman Sanders to have the invocation, please.
Bow your heads, please. Lord, we thank you so much for allowing us to come out tonight. Lord, we ask you to clear our minds of any distractions that we may have from the day. Clear our minds that we can do the city's business and come together in a spirit of cooperation tonight for your better good. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
This time I'd ask everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our first item tonight was a public hearing on ordinance 1581, which was an ordinance to amend ordinance 1570, appropriating funds to the departments of the city of Dickson, Tennessee for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2025 and ending June 30th, 2026. We would like to defer that to the June 1st, 2026 meeting. At that time we'll do that on second reading. The newspaper changed their cutoff date on us without without notifying us. So we were unable to get it in. Next item is our minutes. To have a motion for approval of the April the 6th, 2026 City Council regular session minutes.
So move.
Have a motion by Mr. Outlaw. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Levine. Questions, corrections? Hearing none, since you're ready to vote, you may cast your vote. And reveal. And the motion carries. Thank you. No public comments. Okay, there are no public comments tonight. First item tonight under old business is second reading of ordinance number 1578. It's an ordinance to amend the City of Dickson zoning ordinance to establish updated development standards and regulations pertaining to underground utilities and street lighting, landscaping and irrigation requirements, site plan and subdivision submittal requirements, infrastructure and construction requirements, transportation and access design, dumpster and service area design, buffer and open space requirements, plan unit development standards, Board of Zoning Appeals, short-term rentals, regional drainage and stormwater, design review map areas, mini storage requirements, rezoning, cooling off period, floodplain, floodway development, and fire hydrants, and to provide for proper implementation thereof. Do I have a motion for approval on second and final reading?
So move.
Motion, Mr. Reynolds. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. Mr. Perkins. Questions, comments? Hearing none, you may cast your vote. And reveal. And the motion carries 5-0 to 1. Next item under old business is second and final reading of ordinance number 1580. This is an ordinance to amend the official zoning map of the city of Dickson, Tennessee by rezoning properties identified as tax map 110C, Group A, parcel 6, 601, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and 12 from B2 Central Business District and R2 Medium Density Residential to B2 Central Business District and repealing any ordinance or part of an ordinance in conflict herewith. Do I have a motion for approval of 1580 on second and final reading?
So moved.
Motion, Mr. Reynolds. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Perkins. Questions, comments? Hearing none, you may cast your vote. And reveal. And motion carries 6-0. Thank you. Next item is second and final reading of ordinance number 1582. This is an ordinance to amend Title 1, Chapter 1, Section 1102 of the Dickson Municipal Code with regard to agendas for the City Council and all local governing body meetings. Do I have a motion for approval on second and final reading?
So moved.
Motion, Mr. Perkins. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Sanders. This is the adding the open public comment period toward the end of the agenda. Any questions? Hearing none, you may cast your vote. And reveal. And motion carries. Thank you. This time we'll move to new business. Our first item of the night under new business is we have the swearing in of one of our police officers tonight, Mr. Officer Dylan Sheaves. Dylan, if you would. Come on. If you would raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I state your name.
I do solemnly swear that I, Dylan Sheaves,
Will support the Constitution of the United States of America
will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and of the state of Tennessee.
and of the state of Tennessee,
That I will in all respects
that I will in all respects
observe the provisions
observe the provisions
of the policies and directives
of the policies and directives
of the Dickson Police Department
of the Dickson Police
and
Department
the city of Dickson.
and the city of Dickson.
I will well and truly perform
I will well and truly perform
the duties of the office of peace officer
the duties of the office of peace officer
and will to the utmost of my skill and ability
and will to the utmost of my skill and ability
endeavor to promote
endeavor to promote
the public interest
the public interest
and protect the property of said city
and protect the property of said city
without fear, favor, or affection.
without fear, favor, or affection.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Chief. Jimmy gave it to me. This is for Dylan right here. Our next item tonight under new business is we've had a request from the U.S. Small Business Administration to report to us on ice storm firm, and I think Mrs. Janelle Dickson is here to speak to us. If you would, Ms. Dickson, just come to the podium. If you would, state your name for us too, please.
Good evening. My name is Janelle Dickson. I am the Public Affairs Specialist for the U.S. Small Business Administration, Office of Disaster Recovery and Resilience. And we've been here for about a month assisting out with that winter storm firm that hit back in January 22nd to January 27th, 2026.
With that, yeah, there you go.
Thank you, because I am short. Thank you. So I just wanted to leave a little bit of information about, who we are and what we do and why we're here in our beautiful state of Tennessee. And we're just here helping out with the disasters. And we have several of our mobile recovery vehicles that are going to be coming out to several of our counties here. And I do have a list of those I'm going to provide with you guys tonight. I have Davidson County in Nashville. It's at East Park Community Center at 600 Woodland Street. I have one in Hardin County at the Army National Guard Armory at 400 Armory Lane. I have one in Hickman County at the Hickman County AG Pavilion. It's at 979 Grinder Switch Road. And I have another one in Madison County, located at 217 East College Street. That's in Jackson, Tennessee. And we just get a new one coming in Lewis County that opened up this past Saturday. And that's at the Lewis County Pavilion. And their address of record is 115 Smith Avenue. So we have those operating from the hours of Monday through Saturday, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And on Sundays, they'll be operating from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So if you know any survivors that have, struggled, or any businesses, homeowners, renters, nonprofit organizations are eligible, and we're going to be doing our faith-based community outreach coming up this week for our churches of any community that need assistance. The SBA is here to assist alongside with FEMA during this disaster. So a little bit about what we do and some of the things that we leave with you guys to let y'all know about the loan recovery options. So they have the no prepayment penalty for the first 12 months, and there's also no interest accrual for the first 12 months with the SBA disaster recovery loan. And they can apply again. Homeowners, renters, businesses, nonprofit organizations are eligible for these loans. And we want to make sure that we get the road to recovery for all businesses as well. Not only the businesses, of course, homeowners and renters, they're able to come in to these disaster recovery centers. We have customer service representatives on hand that are able to be giving out any information for their loan process, or if they've already submitted a loan, they'll have a loan officer there that'll be able to assist. Thank you so much for your time.
Are there any questions for Ms. Dickson from the council? Okay, thank you, Ms. Dickson.
Thank you for having us.
I think you all have a handout from SBA on your desk, too. I think it was the same one that was included in your packet. Item number 3, this is first reading of ordinance number 1581. This is an ordinance to amend ordinance 1570 appropriating funds to the departments of the city of Dickson, Tennessee for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2025 and ending June 30th, 2026. Mr. Travis.
Council, the point of this ordinance is to report to you the differences in the revenues and expenditures that we predict for the year. As you'll see on the paper here, our unanticipated revenues, we got $100,000 from the Jackson Foundation for Park Development, $10,000 from the Foundation for the Senior Center. There was $198,985 from the ARPA money that was left. That was a pass-through we did with the Water Authority on one of their projects. We had to apply for it, but we just passed that money straight on to them. This would be ending that grant out. And then there was $283,777 from the Mashburn Trust that's dedicated to the Senior Center. So that's for a grand total of extra revenue, unanticipated, for $592,762. We have some unanticipated expenditures, the $198,985 from the ARPA grant for the Water Authority, that was just an in and out. And then $450,000 that we approved at our last meeting for the purchase of the White House down on South Main. That makes our unanticipated expenditures $648,985. $450,000 of that comes from fund balance. So your fund balance raised we raised it $450,000 to match that purchase. Any questions, I'll try to answer.
Okay, you've heard the recommendation from staff to have a motion for approval of 1581.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion by Ms. Levine. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Perkins. Is that right? Questions from?
Yeah, just they went through the process on the house of we purchased it.
I think we're set up to close Thursday.
The 15th, I think it is. Did they move it to the 15th, or is it still on the 9th?
We're waiting.
Still waiting to hear from, it'll either be this Thursday or the following Thursday that we'll close on that.
Yeah, Friday, we were told we would be closing this Thursday, and then there was some discrepancy, so we put a call into Miss Holly this afternoon to try to nail down the date, whether it's this Thursday or the next.
Any other questions? If not, you may cast your vote. Man reveal. Motion carries. Thank you. Next item is Resolution 2026-31. This is a resolution to approve an add-on quote for services with First Due Holdings Incorporated to provide the Dickson Fire Department access to additional software services. Mr. Travis.
This is the software services the fire department uses for their scheduling, their reporting, their permitting, multiple different things. We transitioned a couple months ago over to this company, and this is adding on to that original contract to fill in the rest of these services that we're currently using them with other people for. We want to use all one vendor for this. So we'd ask that you approve this tonight.
Okay, again, you've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion for approval of 2026-31?
Motion to approve.
Motion, Mr. Sanders. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Reynolds. Questions? Hearing none, you may cast your vote. And reveal. And motion carries. Thank you. Next item, item 5. This is resolution number 2026-32. This is a resolution of the Council of the City of Dickson, Tennessee, requesting Dickson Electric System to remove street lights on West College Street as needed for the multimodal access streetscape renovation project. Mr. Travis.
As the mayor mentioned, this is for our multimodal project on College Street. As they complete that project, they'll be installing the decorative lights like we have in the rest of our downtown project. And as they do that, they want us to take the street above overhead street lights down. So instead of asking every time we needed to take 2 down, we just wanted to do a resolution as needed. So as they finish out that project, we'll be making multiple requests to Dickson Electric to remove the overheads.
Okay, again, you've heard the recommendation from staff to have a motion for approval of 2026-32.
So moved.
Motion, Mr. Perkins. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Ms. Levine. Questions?
Replace those streetlights going down College with the, I guess, the streetlights that match what we have on Main.
Mm-hmm.
Will the light be more obtrusive to residential area, or will it be kinder to residential area?
I guess that would be dependent on, I think there's a couple of different type of lights that we can install. Some of them, the fixture focuses the light more up or more directly down than out. So I'm assuming that would be up to our designer to make sure they get that right.
We can look at it, the one that was cast down, be a different fixture, and that's something that we can evaluate.
Just because, I mean, the ones that don't go downtown are made to, they illuminate a lot of, surrounding area, which is great. The neighborhoods, I'm sure they don't want, come to the bedroom light.
I'm sure our lighting engineer will look and
Yeah.
make sure the cast
Yeah.
matches kind of what's there. So we'll make a note to make sure they do too.
Mr. Travis, what's the timeline on this?
So they're working through the process, and this is for all of them, this is for Church Street, at phase 7, which is in front of Franklin, and then all the way out, so they're in various stages, for which we anticipate that the college phase 1 and Church Street will be going under construction kind of summer, end of summer.
Other questions?
You know how many light poles that may be that are going to be coming down and replaced?
The actual light pole will still stay up. We'll just be removing the street light from it because the lines are still on it. So
We can't take the pole down
Sure.
because
How many-
you got different lines up there.
yeah, the engineers will run a photometric study and decide how many of the decorative lights needs to be on there.
So you don't actually know the design of like what you saying? You don't know the design of the lights up there.
It'll look like what we have downtown, the black street style post.
Other questions? Hearing none, you may cast your vote. And reveal. And motion carries. Thank you. Next item, Item number 6, this is Resolution 2026-33. This is a resolution of the Council of the City of Dickson, Tennessee, to amend the project addendum with Southern Architectural Workshop, LLC, to provide design services for the City Center project under a master services agreement. Mr. Travis.
The next three items on your agenda is all gonna be basically the same thing, just different projects. This is to catch up the services with the architect with the projects. The original contract we approved went up to SDs. We're past that now and we're getting into CDs. We're more along the lines of what the budget are. So this will align the contract and get us finished, and then aligns us with the financial part of it based off the state fees. It'll be increasing this project $1,165,951 for a total of $1,304,768.
Okay, you've heard the recommendation from Mr. Travis. Do I have a motion for approval of 2026-33?
Motion to approve.
Have a motion, Mr. Sanders. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Perkins. Questions?
And what fund will this come from? Where will this be coming from? The money?
The money, it comes out of the general fund.
Will we get to see the plans?
Our architect is here tonight, and he's going to give you an update on some things and show you some pretty pictures and give you some numbers tonight. So you'll get to see those here in just a little bit.
Right.
Other questions?
So was it bid? How did we get $1.1 million short?
To get the project started, we only approved up to SD.
Gotcha. Okay. So
And we based that off of, I believe, 25 million
so
is
it's
what
not
we
really an
thought.
amendment. It's a new.
Well, we're amending the original under the master's agreement. We have a master service agreement, so this is just amending
That
that.
makes more sense. Gotcha.
Other questions? Not, you may cast your vote. And reveal. And motion carries. Thank you. Next, item 7. This is a resolution number 2026-34. This is a resolution of the Council of the City of Dickson, Tennessee, to amend the project addendum with Southern Architectural Workshop to provide design services for the Aquatic Recreation Center project under a master services agreement. Mr. Travis.
As I said, basically this is the same thing. This is aligning the project more with the actual cost. I think when we first started, we estimated around the 23 million. This is increasing it to 28 million. It's a total increase to the project of $200,439 for a total of $1,193,472. And I will mention on all three of these projects, once the gross maximum prices come in, this will be leveled out at that point. So if it comes in way under that 28, we'll adjust for that based off state fee structure.
You've heard the recommendation on 2026-34. Do I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion, Mr. Reynolds. Do I have a second? Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Perkins. Questions?
If we so choose, when we go after the bond fund, if we want to replace that capital, we can choose at that point.
Yes, we could. We can reimburse ourselves back 60 days from any of this. So we did that resolution, I believe, in February. So anything back to about mid-December, we can reimburse ourselves.
Any other questions? Not, you may cast your vote. And review. Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 8, this is Resolution 2026-35. This is a resolution of the Council of the City of Dickson, Tennessee, to amend the project addendum with Southern Architectural Workshop, LLC, to provide design services for the Dickson Fire Department Station 2 project under a master services agreement. Mr. Travis.
This is as we discussed about the others. This gets us through SD, and that's basing it on a $5 million cost, I believe. That would make the total contract $230,870. And then same with the others. Once the gross maximum price is determined, it'll get adjusted from there. We'll still have another one of these to come back to get from SD to CD, just like we did with the first two.
Again, you've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion for approval of 2026-35?
So moved.
Motion, Mr. Reynolds, to have a second.
Second.
Second, Mr. Perkins. Questions? Hearing none, you may cast your vote. And reveal. And motion carries. Thank you. Next item is a request to lower the speed limit on Shady Brook Circle from 30 miles an hour to 20 miles per hour. Councilman Outlaw.
Yes, they have some issues with speeding on this short road. It's a U-shaped Shady Brook. I talked with some of the neighbors there, and they are requesting a 30 to 20 mile an hour speed zone. Also, I'm gonna request that we have police surveillance in that little area.
An increase in patrol.
Yes.
Okay, you've heard the request from Mr. Outlaw. Guess we need a motion and a second to lower the speed limit. So I assume that's a motion.
Yes, sir.
Okay, do I have a second? Second, Mr. Haynes. Questions?
Did we look at this street for speed bumps previously?
No.
Any other questions? If not, you may cast your vote. And reveal. And motion carries. Thank you. Next item, Mr. Jeff Eby is here to request an extension to VFW Drive to connect with Highway 46 South. Mr. Eby, if you would state your name for us, please.
Yeah, my name is Jeff Eby, and I'm the commander at the VFW here in Dickson. And I've got a PowerPoint. Are we going to pull it up?
Kim.
He didn't give it to me.
He said it was good. Can you? Thank you for letting me come and speak to you tonight. I appreciate it. I wanted to go over a couple of things, the kind of the community impact that the VFW has in our community, and also the road access proposal that we are proposing. I'll just go ahead and get started. I want to go over first what the mission, just so everybody knows, the mission of the Veterans of Foreign Wars is to foster camaraderie among U.S. veterans of overseas conflicts, serve veterans, the military, and communities, and advocate on behalf of all veterans. The organization aims to ensure veterans are respected, receive their earned entitlements, and are recognized for their sacrifices. Some of the key objectives are advocacy. The VFW lobbies Congress to ensure veterans receive quality health care, earned entitlements, and compensation. On the service, we provide free professional help with VA claims through accredited service officers. We actually have a VSO at the post. And support, we provide financial assistance to military families for housing, food, and repairs, particularly during deployments. And then also our VFW promotes patriotism through community projects and educational programs, including scholarship competition like the Voice of Democracy. And yeah, just go forward. There you go. Keep going. Next. All right, and I just want to go over some of the things that we do. In fact, I just left our bingo night. We have bingo on Monday night. We had 200 people there tonight, so a lot of families having a lot of fun there. Also, we have an open mic night, trivia night, which is really going well, a karaoke night, and a music night. All right, next. And these are some of the other events that we host. We just hosted the junior ROTC banquets, both of them from Creekwood and Dickson. We do weddings, birthday parties, club meetings. The Civil Air Patrol has been meeting there for about almost a year now. We have the town halls there, and plays and children's events also. Next. One of the main events that we're doing this year, I hope you've heard, we're having the Vietnam Veteran Traveling Wall. And it's going to be here the 25th through the 29th of June of 2026, and the opening ceremonies on the 26th at 12. We're expecting a big crowd there. The Facebook, it's been on Facebook for quite a while, and we've probably got 40, 50,000 hits on that, and a lot of comments about people coming from different communities. So we're expecting a lot of people from different communities around Dickson and Middle Tennessee. Next. And then our big event this year is going to be our 4th of July event. It's going to be an all-day event this year because obviously we're celebrating 250 years of our country. There's going to be band, craft vendors, food vendors, firework display, of course, that we always do. It's going to start at 10 and end after our fireworks celebration. Okay, next. Okay, one of our ongoing concerns is the road closure that happened when we diverted Marshall Stewart Road 246 to where the light is. And I'm going to show you some pictures here in just a second. But the west end of Marshall Stewart Road remains closed, limited sight lines from Highway 46. Visitor access has grown increasingly difficult, and large vehicles and event traffic face significant entry constraints. Why opening matters. It improves our visibility for the VFW community events. For those of you who have been in the area, we're up on a hill, and of course where the helicopter is and everything, but because of this road closure, it's really limited our access as far as people being able to see, and it's if we can reopen this at some point, it's going to be a lot easier for visitors and veterans, and a safer and more efficient traffic flow, and it'll support large-scale events. Just like the wall when it gets here, it is huge. For those of you who may have seen it, it's a huge undertaking, and the actual physical part of the wall is very huge. And I'll show you in a minute the constraints that we have of getting that type of vehicle up to where we're going to have it. Next, I'm just going to show you some. Is there not? Go back. There should be some pictures in there. Maybe it's next. Okay. All right. The proposed solution is to reopen west access point, implement a right turn only to the westbound traffic, and maintain current east side traffic pattern and balance safety with accessibility. So here, as you can see, this is the old Marshall Stewart Road coming this way, and you can see the kind of turn that any vehicles have to make to get up to where we are. Next slide. And this is just looking back towards Marshall Stewart Road there. And this is where the road actually used to be. Okay, next. And this is the dead end where Marshall Stewart dead ends, and then you can see Highway 46 and that land between there that has been removed there, or the road that has been removed. Next. This is looking back from 46 back towards where the VFW is. I'm giving you an idea of the type of land terrain that's there. It actually already looks like a road. I guess they just took it up and just planted grass and just leveled it out a little bit. Next. And this is just looking back from a little bit farther view. And next. This is looking north from that area. And then the next one's going to be looking south. Yeah, south. And then I think there's one more. Yeah. Okay. So in closing, the VFW is a vital community asset. We serve veterans, families in Dickson County. Improved access strengthens our ability to serve. And I just want to thank you for allowing me to come here and make that proposal. I've talked to some of you about it already. And I don't know what the implications are to actually get it done. I've talked to our representatives about it, and they said that they could talk to the state and try to help the process or whatever. But I just wanted to bring that to your attention, something that we would really like to happen that would really help us out in the community, and just to see what we need to do to try to make that happen also. So I'll take any questions.
Questions for Mr. Eby?
Yes. No.
I didn't know how long
the new road been put in? I don't know how long that's been closed, around 2015?
Yeah, just whenever they moved the road up to the
About 11
red light.
11, 12 years?
Probably.
I don't remember what year was that done. That was all done as a part of the, what was called the Traffic Safety Management Plan that the state of Tennessee did for the city. And that, the recommendation at that time was to, because of all the accidents that we had had where Marshall Stewart came into 46 with people trying to turn back left and even turning right because Marshall Stewart and Barbecue never matched up. And there was no way to match those two up. That's where the state came in and recommended to close down Marshall Stewart there at 46 and move it to align with Oakmont Drive. And I think we did that through some SIA funds at the state's recommendation when we did that. It's been a while, but if my memory serves me correct, we met with whoever the commander was at that time, and the VFW, basically their board, whatever, signed off on that project.
Yeah.
We also met about 6 months ago with Mr. Tommy Davidson and the I can't remember her name.
April Childers, I believe.
Miss Childers. She's the Middle
Yes,
Tennessee.
yes.
They came and met with us about some locations here in the city for the Vietnam Veterans Wall. And we gave them, I think, about 4 different locations that we would have helped them put the wall at. One being the War Memorial Building, also using the area between the War Memorial Building and the municipal building, as long as it didn't interfere with our city center site planning. We gave them the option of, we gave them those 2 options along with the option of the soccer fields at Buckner Park because there's plenty of parking there. And we gave them the option of closing Clement Place down from Holland Park to South Main and using that section of road in front of the museum and Holland Park for that. We left that with, they left with those basically 4 options. Mr. Davidson, I think, was pleased with it. He was trying to get it to where they could get the most, publicity is not the word I'm looking for, but where more people would be able to see and know that the wall was there, especially in the downtown area. And we never heard back from Miss Childers or anybody. He kind of put it in, said it was in her hands ultimately, and we never heard back from her. And the next thing we knew was they had announced that it was going to be at the VFW.
Yeah, and part of that reasoning is because of the size of it. It is a lot larger than
Well,
what you would
they've had
think
it at the
was.
memorial building at one time.
The other thing
I
is,
know,
you know,
I know it's been here twice. I think the first time it was here in the 90s.
yeah, it was at the VFW.
It was at the VFW at
Yeah.
that time.
Yep.
Because if my memory serves me correct, I think he was in the House at the time. Doug Jackson and I both spoke at the first time they had it here. That was back in the 90s. And then I know it's been here again since that time. I believe it was at the Memorial Building one time when they brought it in. So, but Marshall Stewart got closed down at the recommendation of the state because that is a state highway there. And so that's how that happened. And those who at the VFW were,
Right.
I mean, they agreed to it at that time.
Yeah. But, you know, in retrospect, it was probably a bad idea because it just really limits our visibility and it really makes it difficult for people to find us. I mean, you know, I meet people today, well, where is the VFW? How is that even possible for somebody not to know where the VFW is? And part of that reason is because of the the low visibility it has now as a result of closure, that road closure. And by the way, on the wall, we're going to be open 24 hours a day. We're going to have counselors that are going to be available to counsel people. And we've got all kinds of activities as far as refreshments, and we've got 24-hour guard that's going to be on it. So there's a lot of volunteerism that goes into it, and people are just glad to do it, because it's such a significant thing in our history. And I'm really looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be a really good event for our community. So. But anyway, so that's what we would like to happen to give us a little bit more visibility. When I became commander, I looked at how the history has been at the VFW, and it's had its downs and ups, and we decided we're trying to make a paradigm change a little bit to make it more family friendly, and we're really doing a good job of that. There's a lot of families that come up there now, and so. That takes time, for people to realize that it's a family-friendly place now. And so part of that would be, to get a little bit more visibility so people actually know where we are, and we can have some signage to show people where we are. The other thing I just remembered, I'd like to request if we could somehow have a waiver for our signage for the wall, because we're going to need to put a lot of signage out to direct people to where to go. And if we could kind of have a waiver on that signage placement, that would really help us out also.
I think, Jeff, you need to talk with Jason.
Okay.
About that.
Okay.
He can help you with that.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Jeff, what were those dates again for the?
25 through 29 June. And the opening ceremony is on the 26th. The Fort Campbell band is going to be playing. Their honor guard is going to be there. And we're still working on a couple of speakers that are going to be there, but we're trying to wrap that up right now.
Where else is it going when it leaves here? Is it?
I think it's coming from like Mississippi or something. There's several motorcycle clubs that's they're going to be meeting it in Pegram, I believe, somewhere, and they're going to follow it all the way in. And I think the sheriff's department is also involved with that. They're going to help lead the wall in and everything. So it's going to be a pretty big event, and we're really looking forward to it.
Do you think the state has recommended a change? I go back and change from a state thing, which they recommended in the first place?
Oh, I don't know. I guess the only way to find out is to ask and see, given the circumstances, so.
Any other questions from the council? Okay, thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cooper. Okay, item 11, I have no appointments tonight. Item 12, we'll schedule the Finance and Management Committee meeting for 6 o'clock on Monday, May the 18th, 2026. In this chambers, the agenda deadline will be noon on May the 12th, 2026. Next item, the next city council regular session will be at 7 o'clock on Monday, June the 1st, 2026 in this chambers. The agenda deadline for that will be noon on May the 26th, 2026. We will schedule the following public hearings for 7 o'clock on Monday, June the 1st, 2026 for Ordinance 1581, an ordinance to amend Ordinance 1570 appropriating funds to the departments of the City of Dickson, Tennessee for the fiscal year beginning July the 1st, 2025 and ending June 30th, 2026. The second public hearing will be on Ordinance number 1583, an ordinance adopting the annual budget, appropriate funds to the various departments of the City of Dickson, Tennessee, and setting the property tax rate for the fiscal year beginning July the 1st, 2026 and ending June 30th, 2027. Other business. I do want to recognize, I think, do we have 3 ladies from leadership here tonight? 1 from leadership. Okay. Okay. Well, we're glad to have you all here tonight. Next item, under other business, Mr. Neil Parrish, who is our architect on the three, the city center, the aquatic center, and the fire station. He's got a presentation and some project updates that he would like to present tonight.
Mayor and council, while he's getting that together, I would like to say I misspoke on that fire hall amendment. The original got us through SD. This gets us to CD. So that money you approve will get us to the CDs.
Hey, good evening.
Is that okay with everybody?
It's not that castle right there, unfortunately, maybe. If you're getting excited, I apologize.
Which tower is that?
That's right, that's right. It's a top tower with the arrow slits in it. So I'm excited to be here tonight. Thank you for having me. We've been really fortunate to work on these three amazing projects for the city of Dickson. And they're all tracking at different phases. So I hope tonight is just to show you briefly where we are and give you an update on overall timeline for each of these three in terms of where we are on phasing. Go to, can you hit Control Enter from there? And go up to View. I just can't advance it. Can't help you. Yeah, that's perfect. We can do it this way. It's just fine. No, you're fine. So this is fire station. This is a site, open greenfield site on Marshall Stewart Drive. Many of you will be familiar with. The fire station, thank you. The fire station project includes, is very similar to other fire stations in the county, most recently Fire Station 3 in terms of its program. It has bunks for 5. But the one thing that's unique about this location is we're including an outdoor training facility for other firefighters in the area and City of Dickson firefighters to be able to train in live fire in episodes, and you'll see an image of that. So much of the site development you're seeing here to the right of this image is in response to that, which holds down the center. And then the main fire hall is divided into three spaces. On the left of this image is the living, the middle is the apparatus bay, and the right is the training area. But we're not utilizing the entire site, and so there's a lot of it in the adjacent area will be, trees will remain, it'll be green field around it. Yeah, keep going. So this is that first floor plan. The road is up on this, and main entry is there right near the number 1. So guest parking and firefighter parking is in the front. We have a two engine apparatus bay, similar to other stations around. The training facility on the right is still something we're working through to understand the exact need here to support the outdoor training facility. So this is a schematic plan, so just know that. All the base functions around firefighters are mixed in here around that apparatus bay, and then the living area on the left has locker rooms, bunk rooms, lieutenant's room, and then kind of a combined kitchen living space and workout area there down that whole left side. There's a small outdoor area as well. And then down on the bottom, this facility will be rated for disasters. It'll have a generator and will be a potential additional emergency facility should something happen downtown and we need access to one more place to go. Go ahead. So we, as I mentioned, we are in schematic design, but we're starting to imagine what the outside of this building might look like. It's near other industrial properties, and so we really wanted to keep the spirit of what's going on in that part of Dickson, and so we were imagining a sort of metal exterior to this. It's a simple, very durable skin that's cost effective, but so we wanted to keep the project budget close, and we're doing a lot with some changes in color to signify entry, and the change in the different programs across the front of the building. Keep going. You can see that training tower. This is a prefabricated unit out there in the distance. It's not something that we necessarily designed, but we'll purchase this and paint it to match the main fire station, and use graphics to kind of as an additional piece of signage to symbolize where this station is, and it's property of the City of Dickson. You can see here on the right we have the residential areas in a dark color. Everything on the station is really focused at being cost effective, low maintenance, and hence the shed roofs and material palette that we chose. Before we go on, are there any questions about the fire station we can answer? We're about 60% SD at the moment, so progressing towards the end of schematic design. We will not pause for pricing. We'll price it as we move into design development, and then we'll take that pricing and value engineer as required in design development. All right. Hear none.
Did you emphasize that it was going to be two bays for the fire engines?
Yes, sir. That's correct. Two bays. There won't be. They can suit any number of apparatus. It need not be an engine per se, but it could, even as Dickson grows, it can accommodate a ladder truck to serve additional needs. You know, you can use it for any other vehicles as well in the meantime. But yes, sir. Two full bays, similar to Fire Station 3.
Have you all considered the sirens, sounds that come out? Do you have any type of, to keep that subdivision from being alerted all the time, or any times of the night? Do you have a certain way of going about that when you go into a scene?
I do not know if Chief's here.
Chief might have to speak more to that, but I believe like maybe out in Station 3, they actually wait till they get out on the road in a little distance from the neighborhood before they turn the sirens on, but he can speak more on that.
That's correct. Station 3, we put in an internal policy that, you know, when you come out on Highway 70 right now, you turn left or right, which would be no difference than an engine coming from Station 1 or Station 2 coming down that road. So we won't come straight out and blare it out toward the neighborhood. We would actually turn on those roads, which would be no different.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions about fire station? All right, let's move on to the aquatic center. So we had showed a early set of renderings and plans for this, I believe, at the end of schematic design. This is an update. Now that we've concluded design development, we're working on some cost analysis and value engineering at the moment. So we're in that phase before commencing construction documents. Pardon me. As many of you know, this is at Hensley Park. The splash pad is on your left, the existing splash pad that you'll be familiar with. We're going on that open hillside if you're facing the park to the right of the splash pad. The site plan envisions a new entry off Hensley into the property to isolate that traffic. And then also road improvements back up to the parking lots behind the splash pad to solve some of the parking traffic that we have now, increase accessibility. There will be an accessible path from one of those parking lots to the splash pad itself on grade. And then the rest of the parking to the right is intended to serve the aquatic center and the programs on the interior. There is place held for, should funding become available for an early learning center. You see that enumerated there. Our hope is that in the future, through future grants, we can achieve that. Go ahead. So the Aquatic Center is about a 55,000 square foot facility. This is the first floor. The entry is at the bottom where the number 1 is. You come straight into the facility to the main desk. From that place, you can see everything in the Aquatic Center. You look left and see the pool. The pool has both a splash pad area inside with bubblers for very small children. It has some stairs and a potential rehab water aerobic space for use by all different age members throughout the community. And it has a lap pool as well that's big enough to host local teams as well as casual lap swimmers throughout the day. In the center is most of the locker room facilities and the sort of back of house things as you get around to the plant, north end of the plan. That is under the hillside that's there. So we've kind of located everything that doesn't need daylight and a lot of access from the public back against that hill. On the right side of the plan, top right, you'll see the gymnasium with basketball, indoor pickleball, and volleyball set up in there. And then the bottom right is a series of multi-purpose rooms. The current a partnership with the YMCA, the Y currently helps serve any number of over 100 different other nonprofits in the community. This is specifically designed to serve as everything from staging in the event of a disaster, which they helped serve last time, to it can be room at the inn at night. It can be locked down for the rest of the facility. There's restrooms dedicated here to any number of other uses, just public meetings for the greater community in Dickson. There's a small kitchen, residential kitchen, to help serve that and act as catering if need be. So this is really kind of a big community hub here on the ground level. Lastly, if you have young children, the Y Play, as it's called, is there on the left. There'll be a similar, if you're familiar with Dickson Y Now, child care available on site as you walk in. Yeah, please go on. Uh-oh, we got it. It's all right. We skipped the second floor to get to the good stuff, I guess. You can go back if you want. You should be able to push it, get out there. Get it in there. Oh, down one. All right, the second floor. Most of the second floor is dedicated to wellness space, the true weightlifting, aerobics area right there in the whole middle of the plan. There are 3 exercise studios here, including an outdoor sort of more CrossFit focused studio there at the plan north, larger workout rooms with storage on the bottom right. And then the indoor walking track here circulates over the gymnasium and is suspended there in that volume. Go ahead. So this is the front elevation in that parking lot going into the main entry. Most of the exterior of this building is metal and masonry, a blend of the two. The primary glazing on the building is right here at the entry to be a welcoming place and put light in the entire building through the middle of the building. There's a little bit more glass around the pool and some more into some of these workout and multi-purpose spaces on the right, but it's meant to draw people. You'll be able to see this as a beacon from the road. Let's go ahead. The building has, this building in particular has a lot of Dickson's history in it. I won't bore you with a bunch of architecty interest points here, but one really fun, interesting thing is these columns that are holding up the roof are modeled after, you all have a bunch of iron forges here in this area, a history of that, and we found historic photographs with exactly these shapes of columns protecting some of those original businesses here in Dickson. So it's a really fascinating history to hopefully be shared through this building. Yeah. Any questions on the Aquatic Center before we go to City Center?
Yeah, I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
You say it was 55,000 square foot?
Yes, sir.
How many employees would it take to run this facility?
I don't know how many, Paul. I think 6 is what he's thinking, 6 to 8. I believe it's somewhere between 6 and 10. It's been the single entry point and the specific pool design are the way they are to minimize the overall staff required. If we had added entries from behind up from the splash pad, we start to get permanent staffing needs, which burden the pro forma and the operations budget throughout the year. So I think it varies on weekends versus during the week as well. But
Plus, through our agreement with the Y, they will be operating split facility. So the city won't have any employees at all in the facility. They will be that will be up to Paul to staff it and pay those employees.
And that would depend too, that makes a difference if it's private operated or public operated, just like us with our swimming pool. You know, our swimming pool requires 30 lifeguards to operate a private pool, like at the Dickson Athletic and all, you can get away with one. So it's really depending on how you operate it as the staffing that's required.
So for liability, who does the liability?
The YMCA would be the liable party.
The plans look very similar to the first ones we saw. I'm trying to remember, has any of the original programming had to be VE'd out or reduced?
no, ma'am, we've right-sized a few things. We've explored some subtle program changes there at the heart of the building. Thus far, we have not had to reduce. I remember in the first presentation, we talked about how it could be. We have not taken those reductions yet. So, and our hope is to not have to, but. Anything else? All right, one more. So this will be the first time some of you will have seen these plans, I'm sure. This is the new city center project downtown that will cap the end of Main Street. It's about a 42,000 square foot project. It combines a new headquarters for the police with a new city council chambers and city council building as well. The building is on 3 different levels. On the left of your screen, just to kind of orient you a little bit, downtown is planned north here, so where the number 2 is. If you go out that door, you're heading towards downtown. You all are well aware of how much this site slopes from War Memorial to your right down to the left. We are largely in the same footprint where the existing city council building is, where that volume is that's low. We're utilizing the grades to minimize as much grading as we can. This is all police on the left. Council chambers will be center, and then city council will be on the right. So on the left, we have Sallyport entry here. Here again, we're underground, so many functions that don't need light and or that we want to protect to keep this place, since this is a hardened facility in the event of an emergency. We have an emergency ops center here. This too will have its own generator and backup power should the city face a major disaster and need additional personnel and a place to operate out of. Locker rooms are on this level, evidence, and any number of mechanical and quartermaster functions are all kind of down here, protected from what's above. So on the first floor, again, the main entry is at number 1 there, and you come into a large lobby. And from that lobby, you can access representatives directly at the police department or at the city. There's a number of desks and services available to you in the lobby. If you were to enter to the right of this image, there are secure lines both at the right and the left. So from the lobby, you can't really get anywhere without being buzzed in. Once in, there are meeting rooms and offices for city staff on the right, this sort of core that stacks going vertically. And then on the left, similarly, we have large bullpens and office space for police officers, as well as conference and sort of interview rooms for all the functions of the police department. At the center of the space, terminating Main Street, is the council chambers itself. There's something. This was an idea from the city, from you guys, and there's something really beautiful about it. It's the people's business is literally done on Main Street, and so this is the most celebrated space in the program by far as where the work of the people is happening. So on two, on the left, you can just see both these floors are very office driven. Workrooms, coffee break, very simple office style layout with private offices and workstations here. On both sides, the building steps back at the police station to reduce overall square footage and meet the program. And there's a small connector between the two sides, on level 2. Go ahead. So again, the front of the building, we spent a lot of time photographing and studying the historic facades throughout downtown Dickson, and on War Memorial as well. And so the brickwork downtown is from all different historic phases. The arches are taken initially from the arch windows above War Memorial up in the gable, and trying to really continue the city an additional 2 blocks onto this site. Again, the center volume is glass, is meant to terminate Main Street and kind of overcome some elevation drop. We kind of drop down here and be something that's really visible there at the heart of the city. Go ahead, please. So we're flipping to the back of the building. The building steps down to accommodate the council chamber. The council chamber, there's a dual emphasis on security and natural light. So we're using this sort of limestone base cladding for the volume back here. And then a really nice clear story to bring light down into that space. So from above, we were in there tonight, we would have enjoyed a really nice sunset coming in. That center volume is timber. It speaks to Dickson's history as well, and that's the only place we hope to utilize that material. But the rest of the building is simple metal and concrete pan, but where we have the opportunity to expose it, we're hoping to expose it there. And our hope is that this is the postcard for Dickson, that as you come down, where we can light a tree in front of it in the winter, where festivals can end, people can gather, the council chamber meetings can spill out onto Main Street and all the businesses there. So that's it.
Question? Back to Station 2, how many firemen will you have to man that
That'll
facility?
be up to the chief, not the architect.
Right.
Station 2 has how many firefighters now?
4 firefighters will attend, so 5 total.
And the new station will stay the same? All right, thank you, Mr. Perry.
Thank you.
Mr. Travis, do you have anything else? Anything else from the council?
Yeah, I do. I think Mr. Eby done left, but I want to thank all the veterans and the service that they make for our country. Let them know we appreciate that.
Mr. Eby, leave.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Anything else? All right, if not, we'll adjourn. Thank you.